Sponsored by the Zodiac Clan. Good morning, afternoon, evening, everyone. I have a themed team match here. Well, I say it's themed. It's just me having an excuse to horror use again. Yay! Anyways, the members of the Zodiac Clan on Sarabi helped me build this Greek mythology team match, which has really just Greek heroes, gods, villains from Greek mythology. So yeah, I lead with Achilles, and he is sexy and takes down a Metagross. And that first song isn't the song that I'm going to be using usually. I'm just gonna post this match first, and then the second song I'll use a song from a certain film and get done by copyright and get the sound muted on the video. Yay! Well, hopefully not, but you know. So anyway, he's he's using a Garchomp, which is fail, and I have it's Dragon Pulse as well. It's like weird. I don't know. It's kind of like a strange copy of Marriland's team. So anyways, he sets up a sub. I predicted that, and I know that I'll be able to live one more Dragon Pulse, and then I'll be able to take him down. So yeah, I'll waterfall and kill Kangaskhan's baby, because that's what it is. Like, because Pokemon are killer monsters. They grab Kangaskhan's baby, throw it in front of them, and use it as a human shield. And people say it's called a beanbag, you know, so as to not hurt people's feelings. He switches in Skarmory now, and that's not quite enough to hit KO it. I go for another waterfall, hoping for flinch hacks, but he roars me away, which is gay. And he brings in Hades. So I know that Shadow Sneak isn't going to be enough. I'm not going to outspeed it, so I'm just going to go for the Will-O-Wisps, just in case he roosts. But he doesn't, he goes for a rest. But, just like Marriland, he has rest Chesto Berry combo. Wow, I bet that's just a coincidence. Surely. I mean, he has a Tyranitar. Marriland has a Tyranitar. Pure coincidence. Marriland has a Skarmory. Pure coincidence. Marriland has a Garchomp. Pure coincidence. So I was able to get that burn off onto the Skarmory, and I'm gonna go for a Thunder Punch now, because I know he's probably going to attack me or something, or maybe switch. He goes for a Dual Peck, that does nothing, and I go for the Ice Punch. Sorry, not Thunder Punch. That's the other Duskmore I had. So I predict the rest now, so I just switch out and go to my Hephaestus, which is the Greek god of fire, and he's like the Greek god of black. Whatchamacallit? Oh, I forget the flipping names. Blacksmith, that's it. The Greek god of fire, and he's like their blacksmith stuff. Like, you know, makes their armor and swords. So yeah, I predicted the switch there, so I got a Chomp or something, but he goes to a Rhyperior. I Dynamic Punch that, and it looks like a 2-hit KO. Luckily for me, he hits himself, and because I say Heracles because Hercules is like so overused. Heracles goes for another Dynamic Punch and finishes him off. So bye bye Rhyperior. Heracles does a good job of raping this dude's team, because that's what Heracles does, you know. He's like a demigod, and he can do that sort of stuff. He brings in Garchomp again, and he goes for a substitute. I was kind of like thinking about dynamic punches and PP, because it hasn't got a lot, and I need some for the Skarmory, and I was kind of thinking he might have a Blissey, you know, because looking at his team so far. He goes for that last substitute, gets a Tire Boost, and I'm supposed he's not as, like, I don't know, because Garchomp is cool if it's spexed. If you don't use a Specs Chomp, then you're like fail. But because it was like a special attacking Garchomp, it's kind of sexy. So Heracles takes Earth Power like a beast, because he's a demigod and demigods can do that. and he brings in a Magnezone. I was kind of like being optimistic and thinking, well, he might live it. So yeah, I rest up, and he switches out and goes to Skarmory. And I was like, oh well, that's cool. So I just go for the sleep talk now. He switches out, goes to his Mega Gojira, and unluckily for me, I sleep talk Thunder Punch. Don't get any Para Hacks. Oh well. He goes for the Dragon Dance now, and I was just like praying to get Dynamic Punch, and I did! Yay! And that takes down Tyranitar. So yeah, Heracles is doing a good job of destroying this team. Well, I can't blame him really, can you? He's a demigod. I really need to stop saying that now, spamming the word. So yeah, I finish off the Magnezone that I strangely outsped with the Dynamic Punch. I don't know how I outsped it, but yeah. And his last mom, Skarmory, I'm just gonna Dynamic Punch. I thought it would do more than the super effective Thunder Punch I have, but actually I think it does the same. Now looking at that, I think it does the same amount of damage. I could have just switched out and went to Heatran like all before this. And to be honest, I don't know why he didn't run. So yeah, unluckily he doesn't hit himself in confusion. And he does a gay thing and rests. He goes to sleep. And like that's disrespecting me. So I'm like, I finally realised that if I bring in Hephaestus, I'm actually going to win. So yeah, I do that. I bring him in. And I'm going to be able to outspeed him and burn him. So yeah, first match with my Greek mythology team. Yeah, I suppose it was a good game. So next match will be up in a sec. I'll see everyone around.